And welcome to another installment of some really cool sticky tips. So stick with me for the next 20 minutes, and I'm going to share with you all about attraction marketing and how it is not about the push to come join me. It's about the pull and creating that environment so that you can build a tribe vibe that just keeps coming back for more. Now, I got 6 magical keys to share with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And frankly, they ain't so magical. But lots of people don't think about them. So I'm Darcy from Sticky Bee, and it's the place to be because I help you make it super simple to brand you and connect with your ideal audience. And that's really what attraction marketing is all about, is connecting with your ideal audience. But then we want to get them sticky, get them stuck, and get them to stay like bees to honey. Now, let me know in the comments below who you are, and thanks for showing up. And I hope you're gonna get some cool ideas about what's happening in this world of attraction marketing. Now, I've been around the block a few times, so I've had a lot of people teach me what attraction marketing is. And some of it I think is kind of just poppycock, and some of it, kind of stuck. So what we're really talking about is just, can you create an audience? Can you create an environment? And that's really what it's all about, an environment that people want to participate in. Now, there is a gentleman called Kevin Kelly who was a partner in Wired magazine, and he wrote a really great article about the fact that you only need 1,000 true fans. And what he calls a true fan is someone that's purchased from you once, and they come back again and purchase something else, and come back again and purchase a third time, or a fourth or a fifth, and the list goes on. And the idea being is that it's really expensive to get a new customer. But if you can entrance, solve problems, connect with a customer you already have, that's really the ideal situation that we should all be trying to do. So whether we are part of a network marketing organization, an MLM, whether you're a coach and you're selling courses, whether you're a creative and you're selling your work, once you can get a loyal customer who keeps purchasing more, I mean, you've hit the mark. So what kind of are the ingredients of this attraction marketing proposition? And what I would like to say to you is that it's really kind of a force that occurs in your target audience when they are irresistibly drawn to you. I mean, it's kind of wonderful language when you think about it. Irresistibly drawn to you. So we're going to talk about what does that mean, and how do you get it, and what is it all about? And so I invite you to get lit for attraction without distraction, because we know that our audience has a really short attention span. So what we have to do is reach out and create content, create a presence, create, as they say, that environment to get them to come back to get them to participate in, to get them to see that you have an expertise that can help them with their problem. So the first part of this is all about believing, of course, in yourself, because there is a shero or a hero in each of us, and we just have to have the courage to don the cape. And for those of you that, maybe kind of doubt yourself a little bit, oh, I don't have a grand education. But you can get an education that doesn't necessarily come from school. You can be an expert in a field that no one else perhaps participates in. Maybe you're a single mom with a disabled child. Now, to be able to care for that child requires a certain expertise. And to be able to talk to other moms who are in the same situation, you've got the experience, you've got the authority because you've been there, done that. So big thing that with everyone that I work with is everyone has an expertise and everybody is an authority on something. So what this is all about is, first of all, deciding what that is, and then secondly, creating the environment. And I can't stress this enough. You want to create an environment that people, when they enter your world, say, oh my gosh, they're the expert in this. Excuse me for a minute. So how do we go about doing that? Well, what we're doing, quite frankly, is we're influencing people. People can call it influence, they can call it persuasion. And there is a notion that once you learn some of these marketing tools or sales tools about how to attract people to you, some would say, oh, well, you're using them for evil. But this isn't about evil. This is about learning how to connect with your audience, your target audience, and to reach in to that buyer's brain and influence their purchase. Now, I will also say that 90% of purchases are made emotionally. So what you're really doing is touching your audience or your buyer's heart so that you can reach into their buyer's brain and they pull out their credit card. So when we reach into our buyer's brain, it influences them to purchase. And so how do we influence them to purchase? Well, we have to create an environment that they feel comfortable in. And so, as I mentioned, there are 6 magical keys that create this environment. Now, I'm just checking here to see if I've got any questions. No, we're good so far, I think. Let me just refresh this on my little iPhone because I'm not seeing any comments come up on my magic little content block here. So let's talk about these 6 magical keys to create this environment. And this is your environment. So it's going to be different for everyone, but the concept works. The premise works when you think about how you're creating this. So the first part of this is that you want to build rapport. Now, this is an interesting proposition. You're going to get a lot of people in your environment. Not necessarily are they all a good match. So we tend to attract like-minded people. So in other words, if someone comes into my world, they've got to be able to have a good sense of humor and a good laugh. They can see that there's some things that I can share with them that can make a difference in their world. And when we talk, it's got to be human talk. And we're not talking about a cold market. This isn't, reaching out into the universe and pulling people in. This is once you've crossed that barrier, you're talking to people who are already kind of stepped into your world, and you want to talk human to them. So this is kind of what I'm saying, what I mean by that. So what you want to do is create a tribe vibe. Now, I am just launching a 5-day challenge, which is going to happen starting on June the 6th. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about it as we go along. But this is one of the posts I've made. My Tribe 5. My people laugh. It's not that life is a joke. It's the lens through which we choose to view the world. It's a good sifter and sorter, because well-behaved women rarely make history. And it doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you'll risk looking foolish and be prepared to cause a disruption to accomplish your business dreams. So I've set out who I really see as my audience. Like it's a behavior. You need to be able to laugh at stuff. And you got to show up, step up, and do the work. I'll go the extra mile with you, but I won't do it for you. So please don't join my challenge if this ain't you. So this is what I mean about talking to your audience and saying to them, this is who I'd really like in my Tribe 5. These are the kind of people that I want to build a community with. So now let's talk about number 2, is about give solutions. People are attracted to simple solutions with quick results. So if you're teaching fitness, can you craft some content that gives simple solutions quickly? So maybe it's a meal plan, maybe it's a walking schedule, maybe it's take these 5 pieces of items of junk food out of your diet and you're going to feel better. It's all about the content that you create, and can you give your audience some quick results? Now, after this, I've said here, it's the whole, and this is what I want to explain to you. This one, I think, was a Zig Ziglar comment from many, many years ago. And what he said was that people aren't looking for a drill. The drill's not the solution. They're looking for a hole. They need a hole. So customers don't want to buy a 1/4-inch drill. They want to buy a 1/4-inch hole. So this little concept, this is part of creating your environment. This little concept is about sell the thing that sells the thing. So when you're building your environment and you're talking about these little simple solutions, I mean, everybody's going to be different, but you have to think about you're selling a solution, but it's about selling the whole rather than selling the drill. And that, for many of the folks I've worked with, it's been a little bit of work for us to get on the other side, and so they can figure out what whole are they selling. But it's a wonderful concept because it connects very, very quickly. Now, the other thing you want to be doing is giving some killer value in exchange for contact information. So in other words, can you create some little quick tip sheets, some cheat sheets that you'll give away for free? Just give me your contact info and I'll send this to you right away. That's a great kind of environment to connect. And many people say, boy, if they're giving this away free, what are they going to do when I jump into their class? I'm going to be just full of new knowledge, information, and strategies. And it can change my life. And in fact, much of this can. And you want to create offers that define your audience. So as you're putting your offer together and building the content, you want to have this particular audience in mind because the content will define your audience. And it kind of just happens a bit naturally, but it needs to be quite, as I say, definitive, so that you're clearing out a lot of people who might not necessarily be good for it. Now, this is a big one in that you want to limit your free. You can't be free for everyone and everything. You do need to be able, you should be able to draw the line and say, well, now this I can do with you, but you need to hire me on an hourly rate, or buy this program, or use this product, but there needs to be commerce in the proposition. You lose sight of that, you lose sight of your business. And here is a big one, that creating this environment is not about pushing people to join you. It's not about chasing them or convincing them. It's about pulling them. It's about creating this really magnetic environment that people want to be part of. Because when you chase people, in fact, what happens is, when you chase people, in fact, what happens is they run. And you don't want to have runners in your business. You want to have people joining your business. So then we say, well, how do I connect? How do I go about creating this communication? And what kind of environment do I use? And I've been talking for the last couple of weeks about the metaverse. And if you are not in the metaverse, I think you're missing out on a huge marketplace, because frankly, Zuckerberg owns the big metaverse. But there are other platforms to look at, and YouTube is huge. And the difference between the metaverse, be it Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Google, is that Google and Pinterest are actually search engines. So once you create content, once you decide what your environment is, what your offer is, and you create the right keywords and search terms, people can search for you. But the metaverse is really kind of, it's all about the flow. It's all about, are you going to fit in the news feed? It's quite sometimes happenstance until you build that audience. And then, of course, we have email and phone calls. And when you email someone, you own your email list. You're not on anyone else's platform. And that's really the big kahuna of making connections and getting people in your environment. So as I talk about Facebook, I want to talk about the fact that I presume I presume that Facebook and Instagram have made some enormous changes in the last short while. And these changes could help your business. These changes could hinder your business. But if you don't know what these changes are, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And you're operating at quite a disadvantage. So I want to introduce you to the fact that I am putting together a 5-day challenge. And as I mentioned earlier, it starts on June the 6th, next Monday. And it's for 5 days, and there'll probably be a little 6th day where we'll take a look at everything that you've accomplished. And what this is all about is putting the me in your social media so that you can show up like you want to be seen. And it's about creating that environment. And I will tell you, the number of websites that I've been to where people do not have the right, or sometimes any, information about who they are, what they offer, what kind of environment it is, what people can learn, what kind of problems you can solve. So day 1 is about how we see. And I'm a visual storyteller. That's my wheelhouse. And what I talk to people about is how they can influence and persuade with the images that they use, and how our audience actually goes through these images, and we can take them on this customer journey. And it's all very kind of scientific, and it's great foundation to start building your content. So day 2, it's about what is your cover image. You know that image that you have on your personal profile, which is the first place people go to when they take a look and say, do I want to work with Ethel? What does Ethel look like and what's she all about? And the number of times I've gone to people's personal profiles and there is no information there. So we're going to fix that. And then I'm going to show you on day 3 what all these changes in the metaverse are all about. Day 4, we're going to take a look at what's your tagline. And this is that really critical one. And then someone says to you, and what do you do? And you tell them and they go, oh, well, that's nice. Or you give them a tagline when they say, oh, well, how the hell do you do that? What's happened there is they've just invited themselves into your conversation. And day 5, I'm going to show you how to build a one-page, simple, easy peasy website so that you've got a place a destination where you can send people to. And this is easy. You do all of the other work up front and you got all the content you need to make this happen. And day 5, day 6 rather, is a little bonus. And if you're interested, we can do a critique on all of the things that you've put together. So I hope that you will join me on this 5-day challenge because I'm just really convinced I've got a lot of stuff I can teach you. And it's not going to be real time consuming, and there's no tech involved. It's not kind of like you got to learn some techie stuff. This is truly easy peasy stuff. So you may be wondering, how much does it cost? Well, it has a retail value of $47. But you can pay what you want. You can pay $1 a day. You can pay $5. You can pay whatever you want. And I'm going to share the link with you. And here it is. bit.ly Be Seen 5-day challenge. Now, it's case sensitive. So that means you have to put the capital letters where I've put the capital letters. And you want to be able to put the bit.ly / and I'll put this link in the comments above when I finish this. And I have just one more quick little thing I want to show you. That if you go to put the me in your social media, you're going to end up on a page like this. So let me just take the link out of here for a minute. Well, maybe I'll just leave it in so you can see it's bit.ly Be Seen 5-day challenge. And you're going to land on a page that says show up like you want to be seen. And there you go. Now I just, let me just see. See if I can move that over here. There we go. Nope, not quite. This is like chewing gum and walking at the same time here. So forgive me for a minute. And let me just see. Let. I get so feeling so smug when I put this together that I've got it all happening. And I'll take this and close it up. And I'll close this up. Okay, there we go. We should have the full page here now. There we go. So show up like you want to be seen. And what do you dream of? Like, are you fearless? Are you ambitious, successful, fun, helpful? And does your environment on your Facebook show that this is the kind of person you are? Do you have what I call PAS, which is photo avoidance syndrome? Well, we can fix that. I'm going to show you how to get the best picture in a New York minute. Because before they buy from you, they first got to buy you. And we shop online like we shop at the mall. And what if you don't have a cover picture and your profile pic's a dog? Like, what kind of environment are you sending people to? So how does this work? We're going to do a daily work in a private Facebook group. I'll give you your challenge for the day. It's not techie, and as I say, you can pay what you want. And I have a rundown of what happens on each of the 5 days with a bonus 6th day. And when you sign up for this, I have 3 free ebooks, of which you can choose the one that you think will be more beneficial to you. So one is about a strategy called Curiosity. One is about mindset, the science of getting rich. And one is about creating the stickiest ID in the known universe, and that's all about branding. So there is some information there about me at the bottom. And I would love to have you on board. And this is really, we're going to have some fun with all of this. So I hope that you'll join me in these 5 days. And all you just need to do is go to that link that I've given you, bit.ly, Be Seen 5-day challenge. And we can take in all of these 5 days. I'm going to check into the Facebook group regularly if you've got any questions. And so this is really a hands-on thing. So what will you have when you're done at the end of the 5 days? Well, first of all, you're going to have a new profile pic and some new profile information that will work for your Facebook. It will work for your Instagram. You can probably leverage it and use it on YouTube as well. And it will give your audience some reasons why you're the person to be involved with. It's all about creating that environment of attraction marketing, magnetic attraction. So come join me in these 5 days. I'm Darcy from Sticky Bee, and if you got any questions, I'd love to answer them. Take care, folks. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.